This next video is going to be about mind control. Now, mind control is actually awesome if you learn how to do it correctly. If you don't know how to control people's minds, then you're gonna love listening to what I have to say. Now, you're probably wondering, mind control is impossible. Well, prepare to be surprised, because mind control is probably one of the most awesome things that you can do. Basically, the meaning of mind control is to make or control how and what others perceive, how to control people's feelings, emotions, and their reactions, how to make people do things for you, where they go, and what they say. So, being able to control someone's mind is pretty interesting, especially for those people who are power hungry and they want to control everybody around them. And if they find enjoyment in controlling people, then this video is going to be perfect for you. Now, learning how to be able to control others' minds, there's a few things I gotta talk about first. Perception is key. How you perceive things, how you want others to perceive you, or whatever it is you want them to see. Having them perceive it in the way that you want them to is very, very important. Another technique that mind control is convincing and persuading them into believing things. If you can convince them to believe in something, that is very, very important. That's highly important, being able to control their brain. If you convince them to perceive a certain topic a certain way, then that is a very good sign that you're capable of controlling their brain. When you're trying to control someone's brain, you have to know what to say. Knowing what to say in a very confident manner is probably another major factor. If you know what to say, that is another major factor into persuading them. Make yourself sound like you know what you're saying, and that whatever you say is actual truth and is reliable. Make it sound like it's real, basically. Make them perceive that whatever you say is real and is reliable information. Mind control is actually in practice in everyday life, in society, and it's being done by our media, it's being done by our government, it's being done by commercials on TV. Subliminal messages are everywhere nowadays. You can do your own research on subliminal messages. Doing your own research is very important. Being able to brainwash and changing and altering thoughts is extremely important, and it's actually being done by our government. And because our government does control the media, and whatever the government says makes you change your beliefs about something, and it's actually being done by our CIA as well. You can do your research. It's called Project Bluebird, and if you do your research on Project Bluebird, you can actually find out some information about what our government has done in the past and what kinds of things that it's done to people and children. And doing your own research is going to be very helpful for you, basically, to perceive it in your own way. Mind control is important to women because women use it every single day. Women know how to control men's brain by using their outside looks. Their technique of deception on men is using makeup. Makeup, their clothing, they can lie about their personality. They basically alter their thoughts on how they are being perceived by others. So basically, perception is key. Now, mind control is actually more common and easier to do than most think. You probably think that mind control is impossible to do, but it actually is not. It can actually be done rather easy if you learn how to do it and practice it, and you can get better the more you do it. Government uses the fear tactic to get people to believe things and perceive it in a certain way where they want people to perceive things. People are easy to persuade when they're scared. When people are scared, they're easier to give up things or have certain ideas about something. Like the West Nile virus, there was a thing going on about that for a while to get people scared to get vaccinations. It basically controlled people's brains using their own weakness, which is fear, to get vaccinated. The more you practice mind control, easier it gets. And did you know you can control what you want people to know? Of course you can. It's actually easy to do that. You just have to know how to do it. Hitler enjoyed mind control by using fear tactics. Did you know that? You probably did, because Hitler's a mean person. So basically, it's easy to control one's mind by the fear tactic. For efficient mind control, it must be done quietly without being figured out and actually being noticed by other people. If you could do it while not being figured out, you can actually do it pretty easily. You have to know what you're saying, you have to be confident in doing it. It's actually pretty fun to do if you know how to control people's minds. Manipulating their thought process and changing or deceiving one's perception is another way to call it mind control. Now, if you want to control someone's mind, imagine going into a group of people, about 4 people, and what if you were like, I want to make them all laugh. I want to make Bob laugh, and I want to make Gary scared. Now, how would you be able to do that? Well, easy. If you can go up there, you have to know how they're perceiving you, and when you walk up, they don't know what to expect. So, if you say something funny to one person, make sure that it's funny. If you want him to laugh, you have to make sure he's perceiving you the exact way that you want him to. You have to make sure you're going to make him laugh. And more you do this, easier it gets, obviously. And if you want one guy scared, all you have to do is use the fear tactic by saying odd things to him that he's not going to expect. And make him basically scared of you. Maybe you can look at him a certain way. It's actually easier than you think. You have to make him perceive you in the way that you want him to see you. If he has a viewpoint on you, you are in total control of how he sees you. You have to present yourself in a way where you want him to see you as. So, if you want him scared of you, you have to make him see you in a way where you're terrifying. Basically, if you want someone to go get something for you, you can either be nice to them, ask them politely to go get it for you, or you can say things in a certain way. You can lie to them, you can make them perceive you to be this great person, and that you'll give something to them in return. You can do a whole bunch of different things. When you control someone's mind, you're controlling their entire body. If you can learn how to get inside their brain and know how their brain works, that is a very good way to control them and get to know who they are as a person and what their weaknesses are. If they're easily scared, then you can use a fear tactic to control them. There's a lot more that I could probably talk about, but I'm just going to leave it at that. If you have any questions, please comment, and I will talk to you all later. Alright, bye.